What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. According to Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua targeted for early 2022, says Hearn. Wow. Eddie Hearn, promoter for the unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, says an undisputed fight with Tyson Fury would likely take place in early 2022. Fury was scheduled to defend his WBC heavyweight title against Deontay Wilder in a trilogy fight for July 24th, but we all know what happened. COVID-19 claims, right? Both teams are now looking for dates in the month of October. Joshua, who owes the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, and the WBO titles, is hoping to face Fury sooner than later. The British superstar will first have to overcome the challenger Alexander Usyk September 25th. Provided Joshua and Fury come away with their titles, their showdown will happen in January or February, according to Hearn. Initially, Fury wanted to fight Wilder and then take a stay busy fight before a planned collision with Joshua. There was even some talk of facing Wilder in July and then fighting Joshua in December. Now that Fury's third fight with Wilder is headed to a month of October, a potential fight with Joshua will certainly not happen until next year at the earliest. And this is what Eddie Hearn says. He says that I think that was pretty much the case anyway. But fighting September 25th is very difficult to do a fight in December. And a lot of our conversations now about the undisputed fight are end of January, February, Hearn told IFL TV. So it probably helps that Fury Wilder was postponed. Fury might have wanted to do another fight in November or December, and then the whole thing is like never ending. I don't even know if Fury Wilder 3 happens in October, to be honest with you. Who knows? But at least if this fight does happen, AJ beats Usyk successfully, then we've fought around the same time, and then we can try and make the undisputed fight. Let me counterpunch. Eddie Hearn, stop trying to negotiate with people you don't believe. That's simple. You don't believe Bob Arum. You don't believe Frank Warren. You don't get along with any of those. They both hate you. Tyson Fury can't be really liable for the things that he says because his words change like the weather. Okay? Him saying that, hey, he wants an undisputed fight in early next year, I doubt it. Fight your mandatories. Because at this point, you don't know when Fury Wilder happens anyway. And like he said himself, he doesn't even know if it happens in October. So if you don't know that, why are you trying to base a projected time for those two guys to fight? We know what happened last year. It took 6 months of everyone's life, of your time, to make a fight that never happened, that wasn't even really in the works, that wasn't even proven to be in the works. Let's say that. Okay, because they can talk about, hey, this is what we're wanting to do. This is what we're planning. Listen, that's what you're planning. That's what Anthony Joshua desires for you. You work for Anthony Joshua, so I know you're just doing your job. But at the end of the day, you have to understand what your fighter wants is not necessarily what Tyson Fury wants or his team wants. Counterpunch. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world don't mean dick to Tyson Fury. He doesn't care. He told people he doesn't care. He doesn't care about it. If he says that he's the lineal champion, what does that mean? He's the guy that beat the guy. He's the guy that beat the guy that had all the belts once upon a time, right? Or almost all of them, except the WBC, and he has the WBC. So if he already has the WBC and he already looks at himself as a lineal champion, that's lineal champion, which is the rest of the belts versus the WBC. So he had all the belts that Vladimir Klitschko had. He didn't lose them into the ring. He lost them outside of the ring. Then he got the WBC from Deontay Wilder. So those are the rest of the belts. So he doesn't care who currently owns them or holds them now. And his name is Anthony Joshua. He doesn't care about that. Again, he's already said, I don't care about the belts. I've had them all. I hold the WBC. That's the only belt that I didn't have. So why would you take a guy like that seriously, honestly? Why would you take a guy like that seriously? I mean, that's, if you doubt him like faking on Deontay Wilder, what you think he's going to do to Anthony Joshua when he already told you he wanted a tune-up fight for Joshua? He didn't even want to go into that Joshua fight right then. Oh, but he'll do this, he'll do that, he'll beat up the bodybuilder, he's shaking in his boots, he's this. It doesn't matter what he talks, it's what he does. And what Tyson Fury's doing exactly that's showing us that, hey, maybe he's not ready, maybe he wants to do something else, maybe he needs more time. I don't know. But the thing is, we don't know. Okay, so if we don't know, meaning Eddie Hearn, right? If he doesn't know, stop trying to project a fight with someone that unreliable. Because you never know what type of fights they have up their sleeve. For all we know, they might put Eddie Hearn into the same situation he was in next year, talking about getting an undisputed fight together, which knowing they don't give a shit about that. They don't care about that. Okay. Only to turn around and take another tune-up fight with Anthony Joshua. Then, there comes a mandatory for Joshua, right? So now he has to fight the WBAs, which was what Charles Martin or Trevor Bryant or somebody like that, because they're dicking around. Okay, so it wasn't the fact that people were dicking around; it was the fact of getting the money together for an undisputed fight. So my counterpunch to Eddie Hearn: stop making projections with a fighter that you don't know that really wants to fight or that really wants to fight your fighter. Okay, I'm not saying scared or anything else. I'm saying what's happening is people don't know what Tyson Fury wants. Only thing we can do is see what he does, because we can't believe everything he says because he changes his words all the time. You know what I mean? You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on you. Me. So shame on Eddie Hearn, right? So he should be that guy that should be looked at for wanting or trying to petition a fight when you don't even know when he's going to fight the fight that he's supposed to fight, that a judge told him to fight. So what do you think he's going to do with Anthony Joshua again? Okay. So if you try that again and you get messed over again, shame on you, Eddie Hearn. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn stating that he is projecting an undisputed fight with Tyson Fury early next year. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.